Welcome to NASA Tasha. In this video, we will present the top 10 finest post-apocalyptic shows that anyone who is a fan of dystopian fiction and post-apocalyptic shows should watch. Not all of the stories in this selection are post-apocalyptic. Some belong to the dystopian genre, and some have a unique pre-post-apocalyptic premise that discreetly fits the post-apocalyptic genre. Additionally, don't expect any already popular shows here, as the goal of these 10 selections is to introduce underappreciated series that need viewer attention. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Between. It is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi series created by Michael McGowan. The show takes place in the village of Pretty Lake, which is under quarantine because of an unknown illness that claims the lives of all those over the age of 21. The show centers on a crew of mature individuals who find themselves on their own after being quarantined and face a number of obstacles as they fight to survive, maintain order, find the cure, and learn the truth about the government's involvement. Amidst all of this, Wiley Day, who falls pregnant soon after the isolation period starts, plays a crucial role in the community's survival attempts to discover a way out of the confinement. The characters are strong and likable, but the main highlights of the show are its plot's twists and turns, as well as the mystery that surrounds the sickness's origins, which gives the narrative an additional level of suspense. The show stands out for its fascinating concept and great performances, which will keep you interested throughout, even though the concept itself may not feel entirely new. The show has had 2 seasons so far, and it has not been cancelled or renewed till now. Number 9. The Rain. It is a post-apocalyptic drama series created by Janek Ty Marshall, Esben Toft Jacobson, and Christian Baudolivo. The show revolves around a virus spread by rain that decimates nearly all of Scandinavia's human population. The main story revolves around Simone and Rasmus, who were hidden in an underground facility made by their professor's father when the plague began. After many years, when they emerge into the deserted world together, they travel over the barren terrain in search of their father and come across other survivors who are searching for the secure zone. Soon, their bond of trust undergoes strain when they unearth terrible truths about their father's background and the virus's causes, resulting in unexpected discoveries that challenge all they believed they knew. The show masterfully portrays the haunting majesty of the deserted world and skillfully combines mystery, suspense, and action to create an overall tense and unsettling environment. Even though the plot may seem familiar at times, the show is engaging due to the way it explores themes of survival, treachery, collapsing civilization, and the shifting dynamics of family. Furthermore, the third and last season of the show has come to an end. Number 8. Hard Sun. It is a pre-apocalyptic crime drama series created by Neil Cross. It's not a full-blown post-apocalyptic story, but it does have an intriguing approaching doom premise that you might like. The show centers on Elaine Rengo and Charlie Hicks, 2 detectives, as they work through a world in chaos due to the discovery of an imminent apocalyptic event known as Hard Sun, which will wipe out every living thing on Earth in a matter of 5 years. Everything begins when they unearth a top-secret document, Hard Sun, which is packed with signs of the approaching end of the world. As they explore the file's history, they come across formidable clandestine groups who are trying to keep the reality of the Hard Sun secret from the general public. The series takes a riveting and darkly dramatic approach to the crime thriller genre, adding a new element of approaching extinction. The goals of Rengo and Hicks provide an engaging dynamic that deepens the story and hooks the audience's attention. The show might not be suitable for everyone, as it explores dark and unsettling subjects and offers a realistic look at morality, staying alive, and the extent individuals would go to in the event of an impending catastrophe. Number 7. Black Knight. It is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi series based on the webtoon of the same name. The drama takes place in post-apocalyptic Korea, where an asteroid has devastated most of the Earth and left survivors depending on oxygen supplies and masks delivered by a group of special deliverymen known as the Black Knights. Meanwhile, this terrible occurrence creates a shortage of resources and causes the population to be divided, with a strong system of society dictating who is allowed access to them. The main focus is on 5 to 8, a knight who carries oxygen and other resources to the survivors when necessary, but things become difficult for him when an unknown force raids the supplies. Despite its predictable plot issues, the show was an engaging tale of the survival of humanity, and its 6 45-minute episodes are packed with plenty of action. The story's flow is well-timed, and distinctive elements are woven throughout its anarchic universe, which enhances the beauty of its dry land and depicts a bleak future where survival is everything. Number 6. You, Me and the Apocalypse. It is an apocalyptic comedy miniseries created by Ian Hollins. The story opens with the news that a distant comet is on a trajectory to collide with Earth, likely to destroy every living thing on the planet. The show follows a range of characters and storylines as people worry about the approaching apocalypse all across the planet. Among the primary characters are Jamie Winton, a bank worker, Rhonda McNeil, a researcher, Jude Sutton, a priest, and Ariel Conroy, a cybercriminal. The paths of these individuals cross in unanticipated manners as the story goes on, resulting in unusual partnerships and discoveries. While battling against the clock to learn more about the comet and figure out how to live, they come across government hidden agendas and personal grudges that create more problems. The writing is crisp and smart, combining humor with deep emotions, along with plot twists and turns that keep you surprised until the conclusion. Overall, it's an absolute must if you're looking for a pre-apocalyptic scenario story that's full of great comedy. Number 5. The Handmaid's Tale. It is a post-apocalyptic dystopian series created by Bruce Miller. The show takes place in a dystopian world where the planet Earth is currently taken over by an oppressive government known as Gilead. Meanwhile, due to natural calamities, female fertility rates have drastically decreased in Gilead, while fertile women are paired with wealthy families in order to bear their children. The main plot follows Offred, a woman who lost her spouse and child and is compelled to work as a handmaid due to her ability to conceive. Throughout the story, Offred handles Gilead's harsh culture and connects with other handmaids, all while struggling with her affection for the family she supports. Over the course of the 5 seasons of the series, Offred's involvement in the rebellion grows as she collaborates with supporters in and out of Gilead to topple the tyranny and battle for her own freedom, as well as the liberty of other maids. The series presents a terrifying image of a society robbed of fundamental liberties and governed by tyranny. Its examination of race, authority, and rebellion strikes a powerful chord with viewers and offers a serious criticism of the dangers of dictatorship and the fragile nature of basic rights. All things considered, The Handmaid's Tale is a remarkable show to watch. Number 4. The Hot Zone. It is a post-apocalyptic anthology drama series created by James B. Hart. The plot centers on the transmission of a fatal virus that infected monkeys at a Reston, Virginia testing center. The story revolves around a group under the direction of a virologist, Colonel Nancy Jocks, who quickly discovers that the monkeys have been contaminated with a highly virulent variant of the Ebola virus that presents a serious risk to the well-being of humans. In addition to dealing with theoretical difficulties and the potential hazards of handling a lethal virus, the team must work quickly to limit the epidemic and stop it from expanding to the general public. The show provides a thrilling depiction of a true public health emergency, emphasizing the courage and commitment of those who devoted their lives to keeping the Ebola virus under control and averting a worldwide epidemic. Although it is not typical post-apocalyptic fiction, it has a similar vibe in its atmosphere. With a cast of outstanding actors, the show deftly mixes personal drama with research curiosity to immerse viewers in the dangerous world of epidemic quarantine. Also, the show has a second season, which deals with another real pandemic story. Number 3. The Last Ship. It is a post-apocalyptic action series created by Hank Steinberg and Stephen Kane. It is probably one of the most underrated series on our list and a must-see for fans of this genre. Additionally, the show's 4 seasons have satisfactorily concluded its plot, making it a fantastic choice for binge watching. The series depicts the passengers and crew of the USS Nathan James, a guided missile cruiser of the United States Navy's fleet, led by Tom Chandler, the ship's captain, who abruptly loses touch with the surface world during his secret operations in the Arctic. Soon, he learns that a worldwide epidemic has killed the majority of people, and that his crew and ship are now mankind's only chance of survival. During the course of the series, topics of management, giving up, and persistence are addressed, as the main characters fight for their lives in an ecosystem on the verge of breakdown, and must contend with other groups who place obstacles in their path and try to prevent them from finding a cure. For those who enjoy military dramas and post-apocalyptic narratives, the show is a gripping watch. It features action-packed battles on the seas, conspiracy theories, and social challenges, creating a fascinating post-apocalyptic journey from start to finish. Number 2. Silo. It is an American post-apocalyptic sci-fi series based on the Silo trilogy of novels by Hugh Howey, one of the best shows of 2023 that will keep you wondering from the start. The story revolves around a post-apocalyptic world in which an underground silo is home to the final fragments of mankind. The silo is a multi-floored, self-sufficient society with different purposes for every level. In simple words, humans end up here because the outside environment has become unsafe owing to hazardous gases and radiation. The plot opens with the murder of a resident of the Silos Society and follows the new sheriff, Juliet, who is charged with investigating the details involving the death. Soon things take a turn when she uncovers disturbing realities about the silo and the outside world as well. As Juliet looks further into the dark corners of the silo and the grisly crime, she discovers an uprising developing among the residents who are upset with their constrained existence and the severe rules imposed by the silo's authorities. The show's narrative pulls viewers into the cramped post-apocalyptic society of the silo, while progressively exposing its dark sides. Every episode is gripping and fascinating, as Juliet explores the silo's puzzles further and faces the harsh powers who govern them. And good news, a second season of the show has been renewed. Number 1. The Last of Us. It is a post-apocalyptic survival drama, based on the video game of the same name. Without a doubt, this is the best video game adaptation so far. The narrative takes place in an apocalyptic future, where a fungus-related disease turns infected people into violent monsters. Joel, the main character, a transporter who lives in a quarantine region in Boston, and is given the responsibility of taking Ellie, a teenage girl, to an organization called the Fireflies outside the nation. As Joel and Ellie travel, they meet many kinds of monsters and ruthless people who are trying to survive in the brutal post-apocalyptic environment. Meanwhile, on their journey, Joel and Ellie struggle with their personal tragedies and moral challenges, which add a dramatic layer to the story. Applying a few creative decisions, the show masterfully adapts the game's storyline, adding to its already gripping character-driven plot. The best part for me is the deeply drawn characters, particularly Joel and Ellie's growing bond, which is the heart of the story. The show is visually spectacular and emotionally strong, making it a must-see for fans of survival and action-adventure storylines. Season 2 of the show will also return. Those who played The Last of Us 2 will know how emotional Season 2 is going to be.